Hey, good afternoon traders, Marco in here from Trade and Train, and it's a big day for the world. We have new President Joe Biden coming into power. In just a short while he'll be making his first speech, and apparently there's going to be quite a lot of let's say cancellation of the Trump policies that the administration put in place. Good or bad, loathe or applaud it, that's personal preferences. All I care about are the financial markets and how we can profit from it and opportunities that are currently presenting themselves. So today we're going to take a look at euro, and that's going to be the euro dollar and euro yen and euro pound for some really nice potential setups. We are already short on two of them, but we will be looking to get short on the third, which is euro pound. So taking a look at euro dollar, in the top left hand corner, this is the daily chart. Let's just bring that in now into a large scale. So if we look at it right now, we can see that, in fact, let's just zoom out a little bit so you can see this as an entire pattern that we're looking at. So when we bring it in, things to actually look out for would be, we've seen multiple tests of resistance and multiple tests of support. Now, obviously the US dollar is going through a period of devaluation. We've also got stimulus packages coming in the region of another $2 trillion. That is mostly going to go on local aid, government spend, coronavirus relief package, etc. Now, what that should do is, in theory, you would expect that to be a further devaluation of the US dollar. It can also potentially add some kind of appetite to the US dollar, in the sense that if it is going to be economic growth, that could create foreign investment appetite. But realistically, I expect the US dollar to depreciate in value over the coming 12 months. But in the meantime, based on technical aspect and outlook, I'll be looking to see the US dollar gain strength against the euro to about 1.2. So we've got about 110 points from current price for further downside. Now you'll notice that we broke this short-term ascending trend line, and that therefore was giving us a bias that we were likely to push lower and come down into those lows. Now you'll see the thin blue line through here. This is our monthly pivot. We broke through the monthly pivot and then we came back up and retested the monthly pivot. Lovely. And we're looking for that final push down into trend line support. So how did we take advantage of this trading opportunity and look for that next move down? Well, I'm just going to bring in the 4-hour chart, and this is an add-in trade for our traders. So we did have an additional entry into this in the initial sell from here, which would be the first low or high after breaking key structure at 122.15. The second entry, which we've taken today, which was just underneath this 4-hour bearish engulfing candle. As you can see, the market's produced lower lows, lower highs, and this would be our final attempt at running down into here. Now, I'm not setting targets all the way down here. Why? Well, we can see even handle 1.2. Usually you'll find buyers come in and around the even handle, and you know, whether it just comes back up a little bit and drops down again, I don't mind. I'm going to be getting out just above the 1.2 even handle, and we're choosing 1.2010. And the reason for that is, if we bring in our fibs and we just look at how the market correlates with lovely fib extensions and market movement, we can see that the minus 27 comes in just above that 1.2 even handle. So we have a set of rules here, which is we'd rather be the first man out of a trade than the last man trying to get out. So that sits as pretty for just under a 3-to-1 return on that trade. So euro's moving really nice. This is our second trade, and if you did follow us on social media, you would have seen this trade highlighted yesterday. If you are one of our members, you know, you've got this trade straight away. This is set in our members group. So it's just one for you to look at. If you are a day trader, you can look at maybe taking smaller time frame swings to take this down into that 1.2. The other euro chart that we are currently short is euro yen. I'm just going to bring this up to, yeah, I'll leave it on the daily chart to start with. So what were we looking at? Let's just clear some of these drawings off for you. So things to look at and highlight were structure points that had been tested. So we had major highs over here in that 127, test, reject, test and reject, and you can see all these wicks popping through. Remember, the market will always try and take your stops out. It will try and encourage movement through key levels, and then you'll usually find that the market will then swing back the other way. And this is a classic scenario. You've got a lovely ascending channel here, taking price through structure, trying to get all those momentum buyers into the market, and then bam, we come straight back down, we break out of the ascending channel, we put in a new structure low, and we come back to test those key levels where we look for shorting opportunities. Now if we drop down the 4-hour time frame, you're going to see some really nice opportunity here. So initially our members will have taken the first break and retest, which came in around here 126.27, had a lovely move down, and then we've pulled back right into structure. And if you look left, you can see where 126 proved to be a significant number. We do have 126 through here as a monthly pivot as well, but today's trade was based around this momentum and this triple top through here. And I'm going to drop down to the 15 minutes so you can see this triple top that was formed, and it was a really quite a simple trade. Now how you could have looked to have traded this would be dependent on your rules. So you can see here the market has got 1, 2, 3, market's failed. You can see how the market then broke down, created new lows, and through here this little correction, this is where we went short, and now we're sitting in a few pips. Nothing crazy, about 20 pips of profit, but you know, they all add up. We've got 20 pips over here. We've got on the first euro trade, we've got a good 50-60. On this second one, we're about 15 points up. So it's all nice momentum. It's what we're looking for. So this, hopefully we can see further extension to the market moving down. Targets again similar to what we were talking on euro dollar, just above the 124 even handle, and you can see that correlates not just with our fib numbers, but if you look at the golden ratio, that comes in around 123.50 and through structure points as well. But we're coming out just above 124, just above the -27, and in line with structure. So hopefully we can continue to see this euro depreciation over the coming days, and that'll hit us a nice few percent to finish the month off lovely. And remember, the objective of trading is not to be trading every day. You know, that's where most people get caught up. The objective of trading is to be profitable. So if that means you've got to sit tight, and if you're a trend trader and you see basically from here and you've had to wait what, best part of 2 weeks for this market to break, create a new low and pull back, well then you wait 2 weeks. That is the beauty of trading. The market will trade money and exchange money from the impatient to the patient. It's a classic line said by Warren Buffett, so always remember that. So that's looking really nice. And then the final chart that we aren't short on but does look rather interesting is euro pound. Now you've got to be aware that pound has just failed at 1.37. So the question lies around what's going to happen here. So if pound breaks through, and pound, I'm referring to cable or GBP USD, if pound actually breaks 1.37, this is going to add a lot of pressure onto euro pound to the short side, and you could be looking for targets of around 87. We're currently at 88.67, so that's a good 167 points of downside. Now if we look at this, we want to see the daily close below, because you know the one thing that we do know is that the market will always try and trick in and get these breakout traders to trade the market. So just wait for confirmation, looking for price to break, push lower, and then we can look to see if the market is going to pull back, and then we can trade a corrective move to the downside. If we don't stay below and we don't get that corrective move to short to the downside, then you're probably going to see an aggressive push higher, and that could mean cable pushing a lot lower from 137 in the near term. So looking for those moves that could create trading opportunities. Always remember to correlate both ways when you're looking at cross pairs. Always look back to the US dollar and see what both of those markets are doing. Alright guys, well that's enough of our market update today. That's it from me, Mark Owen. I hope you've enjoyed the information. If you've enjoyed the content and you would like to share this with any fellow traders, please do so. And if you did like it, please remember, hit share, like and subscribe so that the content comes straight to your inbox without having to search for us. Have a great trading day, and remember, keep your risk safe, especially around market volatility days like the inauguration day. Okay, bye bye traders.